1 মিনিট ধৰি ধৈৰ্যৰে ভিডিঅ'টো চাওক, বস্তুটো শুনক। কাছৱাইট কাৰণে VPN ডাউনলোড কৰক। VPN টাৰ্বো, VPN, V capital P
Hi,
capital
this is
N.
Zakaria from Ecotech Engineering. I'm a software developer and a cyber expert by profession. So today's topic is what is VPN? I'm getting a lot of emails, messages on social media as well as on WhatsApp and messengers. People asking about what is VPN and all. Should we download or start using if there is no internet? That can help us to get connected to internet. So to understand what is VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. To understand VPN, you have to understand few things: how you are connected, what is encrypted data, and what is exactly VPN is. How you're connected? Well, if you can see, these are various servers, right? This is Twitter server, this is mail, this can be for example, this can be a mail server, Facebook, Instagram, music, anything, you get connected through internet. This is the internet. This is the ISP. ISP is the internet service provider. It can be Geo, it can be like BSNL, MTNL, Vodafone, Airtel. A lot of people, Rajdhani in Guwahati, a lot of ISP are there. They are called internet service provider, who gives you the internet service. And this is basically you. So you are getting connected through your ISP, through internet and you are able to access the server. It may be possible that the ISP keeping eye on you, maybe tracking your activities, what you're doing and what you're not. So for that, this kind of threat, you have to understand what is encrypted data. Encrypted data is it converts the information into code using algorithm. So for example, if you send in WhatsApp, if you send messages, if you send message, hello, how are you, the application encrypt using a very unique algorithm into this kind of message, which is impossible to understand. Then again the WhatsApp will receive that message, actually the code, and do the reverse algorithm to convert it into the code into a meaningful message. So in between, if somebody try to read it, they won't be able to understand what is the message, basically what is the information, because it is encrypted. It has been converted to a code which is impossible to understand. Similarly, if the person reply, hi, I am fine, so it get converted to a code, and the code travels through the network, and the person the application receive the code, converts into a meaningful message. So this system is called encrypted system, basically. Now, what is privacy and security? How to take care of it? Your ISP, your Geo, your Airtel. It can be anyone. I'm not saying, just an example. I'm taking the names just for example. So your ISP, it can be possible that your ISP keeping eye on you. So, and you are you are a journalist or someone who don't like to disclose information to anybody, and you have the right to privacy and all the rights you have. So what you can do, if this thing is encrypted, then nobody can track you. Nobody can understand what you're actually looking for, what you're doing. So in this case, the VPN helps. Here VPN, as I told you, VPN stands for the Virtual Private Network, which is you have a router. In this router, there are few computers, mobile, and this thing is connected, and this router is connected to internet. This network is called a private network, right? So this is the yellow part, is the private network. So let's take an example, Facebook. Okay, so in Facebook, this is a Facebook server. So you're getting through the ISP to the internet, and you're trying to access information from the Facebook server. So everyone, a person sitting in China, send a request, and the server received the request and returned the information. So this US, a person sitting in US tried to access the Facebook server using his login username and password, UAE and India. So as you know, in Facebook, and this thing is banned in China. So the Facebook server responds, but it detects the IP belongs to the IP address belongs to China, so it doesn't give access or any information to the guy who's sitting in China. So he's unable to access Facebook information. Well, he tried to log in, but he is blocked. But the server is responding to the rest of the people because they are located in USA, UAE, and India. So they are able to access Facebook. But the person who is sitting in China is not able to access Facebook. So now, with the help of VPN, he can connect to internet. From internet he gets connect to the VPN, the server, which is in a US or somewhere else, not in China. Then the request goes back to the internet and the server back to the server. So now the Facebook server getting an IP address of this virtual private network of the USA. So it sends information to the US network, and ultimately the guy who is sitting in China is able to access Facebook, though it is banned in China, with the help of VPN. So this is the function of VPN. You get connected to virtual server, and the virtual server act on behalf of you and send information. So this tunnel is encrypted. So when you send and receive messages from your virtual private network to your computer, this is all encrypted. So when these data are encrypted, so even if somebody is keeping eye on you, it's impossible to track you down. And the demerits of VPN is when you access directly, it is much faster because you connect to internet and internet straight to the server. So it is quite faster as compared to the virtual private network. But when you are connected to a VPN, so you first get connected to internet. From internet you get connected to a virtual private network, a server. From server it get connected to the internet and send the request to the server. So like this. So it is long, so it takes a little bit more time as compared to when you are accessing without VPN. So when you are using VPN, it is a bit slower. So this is the VPN. The VPN itself is it may be possible that most of the time you get many free VPNs. So in this world, all free things is not good. So nothing is absolutely free basically. So they use your data, they may be tracking you. So VPN, people who like to use VPN because they want to protect themselves, they want to protect their information, they maybe have something confidential. So in that purpose, in the market there is a lot of free VPN to give you, which actually tracks your data and sells it. So it may be possible that the VPN itself is tracking you down. So choose the best VPN. As per my experience and knowledge in this thing, I have experience of about 10 to 15 years in this field. As per me, you can trust these guys are good. Express VPN, you can use this VPN. You can also use this CyberGhost VPN. These are not free, they are premium. You have to pay for it. There's annual subscription, monthly subscription. So a lot of subscriptions are there. NordVPN. So this Avira. So this VPNs, you can use it. And there is also one thing, there are countries where using VPN itself is a crime. So make sure if you're using VPN, it is not illegal in your country. In India, it is not illegal. You can use a VPN. So be sure. So please check your country's policy and obey law of your land. That's what I can suggest. Thank you. Hope you understand what is VPN. VPN doesn't help you if you don't have a data network, it will not help you to get connected or to a data, or it will give you data if there's no data. But if you are blocked to certain sites you want to see, and if you want to hide your identity, if you want to protect your data, if you are a journalist or something, so in that sense VPN is helpful, but I will suggest you to go for the premium one, not the free one. So this is all about the VPN. If you have any question, you can just ask me on the comment section. I'll try my best to respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you.